Hi guys, today we're going to be talking about 5 summer safety tips for your dog. I know what you're thinking. Summer's wrapping up, kids are going back to school. We've still got 2 months of really warm weather, so I thought today I'd give you guys a refresher course, maybe even a crash run on some safety tips for your guys' dogs. And the first one is give them access to shade and fresh water. Seems pretty straightforward to me, but some people don't realize this. Even if you're out and about running errands with your dog, they still need time to cool off, have shade, and they also need fresh, cool water. If you're leaving them in your backyard, have a place for them that's going to be shaded throughout the day, and give them access to either some type of watering system, one of those automatic waters, or one of those ones where they can push the pump and they can get water themselves. But fresh water and shade is super important. On days that I leave Alfie, Maggie, and Charlie at home, and I leave them outside, I leave them in our dog run that we have, it's shaded, a good portion of it's shaded all day long to have access to fresh water all day. I usually don't leave them out if it's going to be more than 90 degrees outside, just because I don't want them to get overheated while we're gone. But this is where I leave them when we're out and they stay outside for the day. Tip number 2 for you guys, dog shoes. Super important if you're taking your dogs out anytime it's going to be more than 75 degrees out. The asphalt at 75 degrees heats up to 130 degrees. At 125 degrees, your dog's feet can start burning. So it's really, really important that you have protection for their feet in the summertime. If you can't afford to buy dog shoes for your dog, I would just suggest please don't take them anywhere where they're going to need to walk on asphalt or concrete for more than just a couple of seconds. Because really it takes 7 seconds to burn their feet. Any more than that, you could cause damage. And if you can't afford dog shoes, I can guarantee you're not going to be able to afford the vet bill. Dogs having their feet burned is really painful for them. They'll probably need some type of medication, burn cream, possibly antibiotics, depending on the severity of the burns. So these are an absolute must any day that it is warmer than 75 degrees out. Remus has his shoes on, especially if there is a chance that we're going to be running some type of errand. On days that it's rainy, and it's going to be rainy all day, I tend to not take him in his shoes because these are kind of a little bit more difficult to clean and the asphalt's not going to get hot in the rain. But other than that, Remus has his shoes on. It's super duper important. Tip number 3 for you guys is knowing the signs of heat exhaustion in dogs. It's important to know it in people, it's important to know it in dogs too, especially if you're going to be out for a really long time in the heat, knowing. So symptoms of heat exhaustion in dogs is them collapsing or passing out, vomiting, diarrhea. Another symptom of heat exhaustion in dogs is their gums or tongue might turn bright blue or even red. So knowing these symptoms is really important in getting your dog help they need quickly. So how do you help a dog that's experiencing symptoms of heat exhaustion? The first thing is get them cooled down. Either get them in the shade, get them in air conditioning. You need to get them some fresh water. If you can get ice for them, get ice. If you have some type of cloth material, get it wet with cold water and put it on their chest, not on their back, not on their side, on their chest. Get them cooled down and hydrated. Just like us, they need to be cooled down and hydrated when we have heat exhaustion. Tip number 4 for you guys, bandanas. If you haven't noticed, Remus wears a bandana every time we leave the house. Partially because they're really cute, they make him look adorable, but also because if he starts to get overheated, I can dip that in cool water and use that as a way to cool him down in his internal body. Also, if we're out and there's some type of an emergency, he gets cut or injured and I don't have access to first aid, I can use that bandana, wrap him up, and get him to the medical help that he needs. So it's just a really important way to help keep him safe. The 5th and final tip I have for you guys is ice. I have only met a handful of dogs who don't love ice. All 4 of my dogs love ice. I have some silicone molds in the shape of owls, and I froze some water in there, and I'm going to give those to the dogs. They love ice. They think it's fun. You can also put treats in there, blueberries, apple pieces, carrots, watermelon, any of those really healthy things for them. You can even freeze chicken broth for them. They love ice. If your dog doesn't like ice, find something that's cold that they do enjoy. I know my dogs love ice cold watermelon, fresh out of the fridge. They love it. It's so much fun to just toss them some watermelon and let them enjoy it. It's cool, it's hydrating, and it's good for them. That's all I got for you guys today. I love you. I'll see you next time.